Let me tell you about two people, same house, same night. In the living room, a man is standing up, screaming at the TV. His hands are shaking. His eyes are wet. He looks like something terrible just happened. And in the bedroom, his sister is lying on the bed reading a book. She can hear him. She looks up for 1 second, looks back down, keeps reading. Nobody in that house is weird, but something very different is happening in their two brains right now. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what that is. And trust me, once you understand it, you'll never see people the same way again. Let's start with the fans. Because to understand why some people don't care, we first need to understand why so many people care so deeply. 10,000 years ago, if you were alone, you were dead. Simple as that. No group, no food, no protection, no survival. So our brains learned something very early. Find your people. Stay with your people. Fight for your people. That feeling never left us. It just changed its outfit. Now, instead of a tribe with spears, we have a team with jerseys. When someone watches their team play, their brain actually releases a chemical called oxytocin. You know what else releases oxytocin? Hugging your child, holding someone you love. That's how real this feeling is for sports fans. Their brain is not being dramatic. Their brain genuinely believes, these players are my people. But some people, maybe you, never felt that. You watched a match. You waited. Nothing happened inside you. No excitement. No pain when they lost. Just nothing. That doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It actually means your brain builds its sense of belonging differently. You don't need a team wearing your city's colors to feel like you belong. You find that feeling somewhere else. And research shows people who don't follow sports tend to fight less. No us versus them noise running quietly in the background. Just peace. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because it's not just about belonging, it's about what's happening chemically inside your brain during every single minute of a match. I want you to think about something small. Remember the last time you were about to open a gift? That moment just before you tear the paper? That little buzz in your chest? That feeling of, I don't know what's inside, but I want to know. That's your brain releasing dopamine, your brain's reward chemical. Sports fans feel that on every single play, every pass, every tackle, every penalty. The game is basically a machine that shoots little bursts of that feeling into their brain, over and over, for 90 minutes. And the wild part? The thing that makes it truly addictive is the fact that you don't know what's going to happen. Scientists have studied this. Unpredictable rewards are the most powerful kind. It's the same reason people can't stop playing slot machines. You keep pulling because maybe this time. Sports work the same way. Now here's the really interesting part. Scientists found that some people's brains are just built differently. At the gene level, some brains get that dopamine rush from watching a competition. Others simply don't fire that way. So if you've spent your whole life watching other people go crazy over football and thinking, why don't I feel this way? The answer might be written in your DNA. You're not cold. You're not heartless. You're just wired for a different kind of rush. And that difference goes deeper than just dopamine. It actually changes the way you see yourself and how much you need other people's wins to feel okay. Here's a small thing that says a lot. When a sports fan's team wins, they say, we won. When the team loses, they say they lost. Did you catch that? We won. They lost. Same team. But the pronoun changes depending on the result. Psychologists call this burgeoning basking in reflected glory. When things go well, fans pull the team's win close and make it their own. When things go badly, they quietly step back. It happens automatically. Most fans don't even notice they do it. People who don't follow sports don't do this as much. Their self-worth doesn't borrow from strangers. They don't need someone else to win so that they can feel good. That's actually a sign of a very stable, grounded sense of self. Now here's something surprising. Sports fans actually score higher on empathy tests in some studies. They practice caring about people they've never met. They feel real pain for a player they've only seen on a screen. But non-sports people haven't lost that empathy. They've just put it somewhere else. A 2021 study found they feel things very deeply too, just through music, art, a really good book, or a long conversation with someone they love. They're not less emotional. Their emotions just travel on a different road. But sometimes it's not just about emotions or brain chemistry. Sometimes there's a real human story behind why someone stopped caring, or never started. I want to take a moment here and be real with you. For some people, not caring about sports isn't just about how their brain works. There's a history there. Maybe they were the kid who was always the last to be picked in PE class. Maybe sports culture felt like a group they were never invited into. Maybe the shouting, the aggression, the "you don't know anything about football" energy, it felt like a door being shut in their face over and over again. If that's you, that makes complete sense. You didn't walk away from sports. Sports walked away from you first. And for others, it really is simple. They just find it boring, and that's perfectly okay too. But here's the real reason sports fans and non-sports people sometimes just can't understand each other. It's about how we find meaning. Sports fans find meaning in a story. The underdog team, the player who came back from injury, the championship after 30 years of failure. That story is real. It has real people, real emotion, real stakes. You can't write it. You don't know how it ends. Non-sports people just find their story somewhere else. In a novel, in a friendship, in building something, in learning something that keeps them up at night. Both groups are trying to do the exact same thing. Feel like life means something. They're just reading from different books. Which brings us to the last and maybe most important difference. Not just where you find meaning, but how you like to experience it. Researchers talk about two types of emotional investment. One is watching caring deeply about something you have no control over. A game, a match, a player's performance. The other is putting your energy into something where you actually matter. A relationship, a project, a skill you're slowly getting better at. Sports fans are very good at the first one. They give their heart to something they can't change. And there's a kind of beautiful humility in that, actually. But people who don't follow sports tend to prefer the second one. They want to be inside the story, not watching it from the outside. They want their effort to actually change the result. And here's the last thing. There's a famous psychologist who spent his whole life studying moments when people feel completely alive, fully present, lost in what they're doing. He found these moments everywhere, in athletes, in musicians, in doctors. People who don't follow sports aren't missing those moments. They're having them, just quietly, in their own way, in their own life. So let me say this clearly. If you don't care about sports, you are not broken. You are not missing some important part of being human. Your brain works differently. Your heart opens differently. You find meaning in different places. And the next time someone says, "Did you see the game last night?" and you feel that blank, empty, "I have nothing to say" moment, remember this: you're not outside the game. You're playing a different one. One that maybe matters even more to you. If something in this video felt like it was written just for you, I think you'll love this next one. It's about why quiet people think differently from everyone else, and why that might actually be your biggest strength. Click, and I'll see you there.